Reaching out back again today with Parisa, one of our CannaMentors. Hi, Parisa. How you doing?
Hey, Dimitri, doing great. Thanks.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey into cannabis.
Well, that's probably a very lengthy story, but
Well, I know.
um,
When did you start in cannabis?
I started in the cannabis industry because my daughter is a cannabis consumer and patient because of a medical necessity. She is my reason why I'm here. So I have a passion for patients in our community, but I also have an extensive background in marketing and received a degree from New Mexico State University with a minor in marketing. And that's been my passion in business for the last over a decade.
Yeah, I know your personal story is a great one. And let's get to that at
Mhm.
the end. Talk a little bit about your actual your passion, your commitment, your advocacy as well. But what year did you start? Was 420 with the first group you were with?
Um, I have had a long-standing relationship with the CEO and founder of 420 Collections for over 5 years, and we work to collectively with other projects such as Women Grow. And I did work with her company as a marketing consultant for a while, but after the last year and a half, I've been acting president of the company and just newly named partner. So
That's fantastic. So you started in the cannabis industry. I know that your advocacy, because I remember you from the advocacy trail days. It was back in the. It's been forever, but but you started in the cannabis industry in like 2016, 2015.
yep. Hmm.
Excellent, and that was with 420.
Correct.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about what you do. Like, I know you as a seed to sale expert, and we're operations expert. Manufacturing, dispensaries. I don't know if you know cultivations, but tell us your area of expertise so people know how, what they should reach out to you about.
Yeah, definitely. On top of my marketing background, you're correct. I have had an extensive background in production of edibles. So my current role does require me to be the director of operations for our skincare and edible line. But my professional background is primarily in marketing and branding and social media marketing. So I would say those are the areas of my that I can help the most when it comes to Canna mentoring.
Excellent. Well, of course, in your general knowledge of who's who in this industry and who to avoid. that's that's. This is a forum so that we can let people know that there are experts out there that are transparent, that are well informed, that are available, accessible. But it also serves kind of like uh, be a resource to help protect the social equity applicants. That's kind of the concept of it.
Absolutely. And a lot of us have learned the hard way. So if we can help somebody else save the time, the hassle, and the money, awesome.
Excellent, excellent. So, what advice would you have for social equity applicants right now? Well, they're going through the licensing period, so that's where it's at right now. And then some might not win, so they might want to get involved professionally. So, but right now, what advice would you have for them?
I mean, you can start building your brand now without having a license. You can utilize social media and other platforms that are completely free and build your brand without having an actual product. So you can tell your brand story, your why it is that you're so passionate about, whether it's developing brands within this space and under that license or the dispensary license itself. I mean, there's so much opportunity in the space without having to have a physical product yet in your hands. There's value in building a product line and just a following alone on social media. So why wait? You can start now.
And I think one of those nuances, like a lot of people looking at this industry are like, I want to get involved with cannabis. There's money to be made. But even the concept of developing a brand, I'm thinking to myself, is that flower? Is that a MIP? Is that a vape? Is that an edible? Is it an infused beverage? Or is it a retail brand? Is it like cookies or like Sunday Goods, Soul Flower, or is it a delivery brand? So it's interesting. I mean, this industry is so dynamic. That's like four uniquely distinct types of branding, correct?
And that's just for touching the plant. Let's think about all the other ancillary opportunities there still is. So for those folks who aren't in line to get a license, that doesn't mean you can't enter the cannabis space and still utilize your skills and knowledge that you have outside of cannabis and apply it to our industry. We're definitely looking for more professionals to enter our space and elevate our brands and our business.
And 420, and I know we have Marvin on here as one of our CannaMentors as well. Fantastic. And you guys have an organization that focuses on helping individuals from your own social equity perspective to advance themselves professionally. Could you tell us a little bit more about your commitment there and what you guys do and what you're looking to do in the future?
Absolutely. So through our proceeds through the skincare and the edible line, we're able to give back to our nonprofit, Start Living, which houses and homes 15. We actually have 15 group homes total right now. And so we house many individuals who are not only suffering from homelessness, but also mental health issues and substance abuse. And that's what makes our group homes very unique in the community. In addition to that, we allow the use of medical marijuana in lieu of other dangerous drugs and substances. So for example, if an individual is coming into the sobriety program and wanting to get clean up of opioids, they could utilize plant medicine, which is much more safer alternative. So it's a beautiful program, and we're able to then employ many of the folks who complete the year program and allow them to get actual real life working experience. Many of the folks have not had real life work experience yet to add to their resume. So we're able to employ them on our CBD production facility. So it's great. We're able to get them hands-on experience and allow them into this space that many of them are, have found themselves in legal situations, even having to do with just cannabis, so we really want to be able to allow them more than anything the opportunity to work in the cannabis space.
And that's startliving.org, or what's the website there?
Inc. Start Living Inc.
But to look it up online, is it
I believe it's startlivinginc.com is the website.
Excellent. What's 420's website?
420 spelt out -collections.com.
Spelled out. -collections. I like the dash. I think I'm a fan of the dash.
It's because we had to do it to be, when it comes to marketing, it's really important for people to be able to find your brand. On our Instagram, we had to go with the dash, so we just kind of made it the same all around, so you can easily find us. Right.
So, but MITA-USA,
MITA-USA.
It makes sense. Well, we'll be talking about that next week. Well, great. Let's a little bit about you and your background. You're from New Mexico, and tell us about your story as to why you got into cannabis.
Yeah, so I went to New Mexico State University and graduated honors with a agriculture business degree and a minor in marketing. So I decided to bring my professional skills and background to the cannabis space and elevate brands as a marketing consultant for several years. I worked with brands such as 420-COLLECTIONS, as well as Women Grow and many other top brands in the cannabis space. So I feel like I can definitely help folks who are entering the space that really don't understand where to start or how to begin building a brand and making sure that it is compliant and that we are steering away from maybe just using the leaf in our branding and doing things that are a little bit more thought out and building a story behind your brand as well. There's so many facets to this. We were really fortunate to already have a story, but if you're coming into the space and you're not really sure why, maybe you want to take some time to reflect on that and build a brand story. What is your why? What's driving you? Is there a specific organization or group that you're particularly fond of that maybe you can give back to? I mean, we can talk about corporate social responsibility all day, but it's a really great thing to be standing for something more than just making money in this space. There's plenty of people like that. So I encourage those who are looking to build a brand to think a little deeper.
No, yeah, absolutely. I love the concept of the story behind the brands, and brands, I think, will be the future. MIP brands will be the future of cannabis. I don't know about retail brands, depending on what happens with limited licensing. And flower brands, that it's a whole nother concept. And right now they're killing it, but then there are certain, I won't mention any names, but they're using the name in Arizona from California, but then they just grab flower from anywhere and then they put the name XYZ on it. What's that? Shouldn't you have like a ranch?
That's the strength of a brand. I mean, I guess that just tells you, if you can have a strong brand online, you can pretty much take it anywhere.
Yeah, but if it's a
Slap
flower,
your logo on it.
yeah, but it's a flower. Isn't the brand itself, the flower itself, the brand and the consistency, and shouldn't it come from the same place?
Maybe they have wonderful SOPs that they've completely mimicked here in Arizona, so they're able to replicate the exact same product.
Fair enough. You know more about SOPs than I do. Well, great. Parisa, now people know you're accessible. People know a little bit more about you and who you are. And I hope they reach out to you and 420 Collections. You guys are fantastic. And I know you're all about the community. So I encourage individuals, whatever stage they're in, applicants, post application awardees, or people who found themselves left out of this whole process and who are looking for a position in the cannabis industry. I really encourage them to reach out to your team. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
You can email me, Parisa, at the number 420-skincare spelled out.com, or you can reach me on Instagram. I'm the Marijuana Mama. You can also reach us on our social media sites as well. So lots of ways to get in touch with me.
And you're a huge patient advocate, and that's very important to me. I'm a big believer in the therapeutical value of cannabis, and I think sometimes it gets a little bit abused by some, but the number of individuals that I have met using cannabis therapeutically to balance themselves out, it's inspiring, and it doesn't make sense that we ever had prohibition. So that's good stuff.
It's a beautiful plant, and I'm forever thankful for it. So absolutely, Dimitri.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. And if you have anyone else that's a seed to sale expert like yourself, an operations expert like yourself, we'd love to introduce them to the community out there so people have good points of access.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.